What I'm about to show you will shock you, frustrated by waking up with stiff, achy joints and feeling like your energy has packed its bags and left without you. What if I told you that for an astonishing number of seniors, the key to unlocking stronger joints and boundless energy isn't found in a pill bottle, but right in your grocery cart? And what if I also told you that three common healthy vegetables could be secretly sabotaging your efforts, making your joints scream and your energy levels plummet? Stay with me because in this video, we're going to expose these three surprising culprits and reveal the three delicious, nutrient packed vegetables that can help you feel stronger, more mobile, and more vibrant than you have in years. We're going on a journey that will change the way you look at your plate forever, and the information we're about to share is what most people will never know about the powerful connection between their food and their well being. It's time to take back control of your health one bite at a time. The real secret to a pain free, energetic life begins now. Before we dive into the delicious solutions that await, we need to address the hidden dangers lurking in your salad bowl. For far too long, we've been told that all vegetables are created equal, that a plate full of colorful plants is the undisputed ticket to good health. But what if that's not the whole story? What if some of these seemingly innocent vegetables are actually contributing to the very problems you're trying to solve? Joint pain and fatigue. This isn't about fear mongering, it's about empowering you with knowledge. It's about understanding that your body is unique and what works for one person might not work for another. We're about to explore the controversial, the surprising, and the science backed reasons why some vegetables might be your foe, not your friend. The first vegetable on our avoid list is a staple in kitchens around the world, loved for its versatility and flavor. But here's the twist. For some, it could be a trigger for inflammation and pain, and the reason is a single, naturally occurring compound that has been the subject of heated debate for decades. Comment yes if you've experienced unexplained joint pain that seems to have no clear cause. The first group of vegetables that might be worth a closer look for some seniors are the nightshades. This family of plants includes some of the most popular vegetables in our diets: tomatoes, potatoes, eggplants, and bell peppers. For decades, a cloud of suspicion has hung over this family of vegetables, with countless anecdotal reports from people with arthritis who swear that these foods trigger their flare ups. The theory revolves around a compound called solanine, a type of alkaloid that, in very high concentrations, like in the green parts of a potato, can be toxic. The idea is that the smaller amounts in the edible parts of these plants could, for sensitive individuals, provoke an inflammatory response that aggravates joint pain. While there's a lot of personal testimony supporting this, it's crucial to note that mainstream medical and scientific communities have largely dismissed this as a myth. In fact, the Arthritis Foundation has stated that there's no scientific evidence to support a direct link between nightshades and increased arthritis symptoms for the majority of people. However, some research has suggested that for individuals with conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, the solanine in nightshades might impact the gut's barrier, potentially leading to increased intestinal permeability or leaky gut, which in turn could drive inflammation. So, what we have is a classic case of anecdotal evidence clashing with a lack of widespread scientific consensus. It leaves many seniors in a confusing gray area, wondering if their favorite tomato sauce or baked potato could be part of the problem. This is a perfect example of why personalized nutrition is so important as we age. But hold that thought, because there's another popular superfood that could be an even bigger issue due to a different set of natural compounds. And the shocking thing is, you've probably been told to eat more of it. Wait until you see what it is. The second vegetable, or rather a category of vegetables, to be mindful of are those high in oxalates. This might come as a surprise because one of the vegetables highest in oxalates is spinach, a food we've been conditioned to see as the epitome of health. Other high oxalate foods include beetroot, sweet potatoes, and even nuts like almonds. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds found in plants, serving as a defense mechanism against predators. In the human body, they can bind with minerals like calcium and, under certain conditions, form sharp microscopic crystals. While most people's bodies can effectively manage and excrete these oxalates, for some, particularly those with a history of kidney stones or certain gut issues, a high intake can become problematic. These oxalate crystals don't just stay in the kidneys. they can be deposited in other tissues throughout the body, including the joints, where they can cause mechanical irritation and trigger an inflammatory response, leading to pain, stiffness, and discomfort. Imagine tiny shards of glass in your joints. That's essentially what these crystals can act like. Furthermore, a diet consistently high in oxalates can interfere with mineral absorption, which is particularly concerning for seniors who need to maximize their intake of bone building minerals like calcium and magnesium. If you're diligently drinking spinach smoothies every morning hoping to boost your health but find yourself feeling worse, with more joint pain or even brain fog, oxalates could be a factor to consider. So, how do you know if oxalates are a problem for you? We'll get to a simple self test later, but first, let's address our third and final problem vegetable, which has ties to your energy levels through a completely different and often overlooked mechanism involving a critical gland in your neck. The real secret comes at the 5 guave mark, where I'll explain how to prepare these so called bad vegetables to minimize their potential negative effects, because you might not have to give them up completely. Our third category of vegetables to be cautious about, particularly if you're struggling with fatigue and low energy, is the cruciferous family, especially when consumed in large, raw quantities. This group includes some of the most celebrated health foods on the planet: broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and cabbage. These vegetables are lauded for their anti cancer properties and high nutrient content, and for good reason. However, they also contain compounds called goitrogens, which in certain circumstances can interfere with the function of your thyroid gland. The thyroid, that small butterfly shaped gland in your neck, is the master regulator of your metabolism and energy levels. Goitrogens can inhibit the thyroid's ability to utilize iodine, an essential mineral for producing thyroid hormones. For a person with a healthy, well functioning thyroid and adequate iodine intake, this is rarely an issue. You would need to consume an almost impossibly large amount of raw cruciferous vegetables for it to have a negative impact. However, for seniors who may have an undiagnosed or subclinical thyroid condition, such as hypothyroidism, which is increasingly common with age and a major cause of fatigue, weight gain, and joint pain, a very high intake of raw cruciferous vegetables could potentially exacerbate the problem. It's a subtle effect and not a concern for everyone, but it's an important piece of the puzzle if you're doing all the right things, like eating tons of kale salads, but still feeling sluggish and run down. Don't skip ahead. The game-changing tip on how to eat these vegetables without worry comes at 6:30. Most people miss this crucial step. Before we get to that, let's switch gears and start building your body back up. Enough about what to limit. Let's talk about what to pile on your plate for stronger joints and more energy starting now. Now we're moving into the most empowering part of our journey together, the actionable solutions. This is where we stop talking about problems and start building a foundation for a stronger, more energetic you. I want to introduce you to the first of our hero vegetables, a true powerhouse for joint health and vitality, leafy greens like spinach and kale. Wait, you might be thinking, didn't you just mention that spinach is high in oxalates and kale is a cruciferous vegetable? Yes, and this is where understanding the nuance becomes your superpower. For the vast majority of people, the immense benefits of these leafy greens far outweigh any potential negatives, especially when they are prepared correctly. We'll cover the how in a moment, but first, let's focus on the why. Leafy greens are jam packed with some of the most crucial nutrients for senior health. They are exceptionally rich in vitamin K, a nutrient that plays a vital role in bone health by helping your body utilize calcium effectively, making your bones denser and more resilient. They're also loaded with antioxidants and anti inflammatory compounds that actively work to soothe your aching joints. But here's something you might not know: leafy greens like spinach are also an excellent source of iron and folate. Iron is essential for creating hemoglobin, the part of your red blood cells that carries oxygen to your muscles and brain. Low iron is a direct cause of fatigue and low energy. Folate, a B vitamin, is critical for brain health and can help combat the cognitive fogginess that often accompanies fatigue. So when you're eating leafy greens, you're not just targeting your joints, you're tackling fatigue at its core. But what about the oxalates? Try this now and see what happens. A simple method called Option A versus Option B. Option A is eating your spinach raw in a salad. Option B is lightly steaming or sautéing it. The heat helps to break down a significant portion of the oxalates, making the nutrients more accessible and reducing the potential for irritation. For most people, simply cooking your greens is the micro solution that unlocks their full potential. Our second hero vegetable that deserves a prime spot on your plate is a vibrant and versatile family, colorful bell peppers. Bell peppers, no matter the color, red, yellow, or orange, are one of the absolute best dietary sources of vitamin C. While we often associate vitamin C with boosting our immune system, its role in joint health is nothing short of miraculous, yet criminally overlooked. Vitamin C is a critical component in the synthesis of collagen, the protein that forms the very structure of your cartilage. Think of cartilage as the cushion in your joints. Over time, this cushion can wear down, leading to the bone on bone pain of osteoarthritis. By providing your body with an abundant supply of vitamin C, you are giving it the essential raw material it needs to repair and maintain this crucial cartilage, keeping your joints lubricated and moving smoothly. Red bell peppers, in particular, are not only sky high in vitamin C, but are also loaded with powerful antioxidants like beta carotene. These antioxidants are your body's personal cleanup crew, neutralizing the free radicals that cause oxidative stress and drive chronic inflammation, which is a major contributor to both joint pain and the feeling of being perpetually drained. Now you might be thinking, but bell peppers are nightshades. And you'd be right. This is the perfect illustration of why we can't label entire food groups as good or bad. While a small subset of people might be sensitive to nightshades, for most, the potent anti inflammatory and collagen boosting benefits of bell peppers make them an incredible asset for joint health. Here's a troubleshooting tip. If you suspect you might be sensitive, try an elimination diet. Remove all nightshades from your diet for 2 weeks, then reintroduce them one by one, starting with bell peppers, and see how you feel. But for everyone else, embracing these colorful gems could be a game changer. Most people miss step number 3 when it comes to maximizing their nutrient intake. I'll explain why at the 9 eye mark. The third and final pillar of our vegetable powered plan for stronger joints and soaring energy is the humble yet mighty cruciferous family, with a special emphasis on broccoli. I know what you're thinking. We just talked about the goitrogens in these vegetables. But remember, the key lies in the preparation and the dose. For the overwhelming majority of seniors, the benefits are too good to ignore. Broccoli is packed with a unique compound called sulforaphane, which has been shown in studies to block enzymes that can lead to the destruction of joint cartilage and to help quell the inflammatory process. In essence, sulforaphane acts as a bodyguard for your joints, protecting them from the wear and tear that comes with age and activity. Beyond this special compound, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower are treasure troves of vitamins and minerals essential for an active life. They provide a good source of calcium for bone density and vitamin K for skeletal strength. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the thyroid concern. Here's the micro solution that completely mitigates that risk for most people. Cook them. Steaming, roasting, or sautéing your broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts deactivates a significant portion of the goitrogenic compounds, making them perfectly safe for your thyroid while still preserving their powerful joint protecting nutrients. An unexpected case study comes from areas with high cruciferous vegetable intake where thyroid issues are only prevalent when there's an accompanying iodine deficiency. This underscores that for those with a balanced diet, the risk is minimal. Don't skip ahead. The game-changing summary of our action plan comes at 10:30. Now let's bring this all together into a simple, easy to follow plan that you can start using today to reclaim your vitality. So, let's recap our game plan. It's a simple two-pronged approach. First, we need to be mindful and listen to our own bodies. While science doesn't fully back the idea that nightshades, high oxalate greens, or cruciferous vegetables are harmful for everyone, anecdotal evidence and some preliminary research suggests that a subset of the population may be sensitive. If you have persistent, unexplained joint pain or fatigue despite a healthy diet, consider a 2 week elimination diet where you remove these groups of foods, then slowly reintroduce them one at a time, paying close attention to how your body responds. This isn't about restriction, it's about investigation and personalizing your diet to your unique needs. Second, and most importantly, we want to actively load up on the foods that heal, energize, and strengthen. We want to embrace cooked leafy greens for their bone building vitamin K and energizing iron. We want to savor colorful bell peppers for their collagen boosting vitamin C and anti inflammatory antioxidants. And we want to feature cooked cruciferous vegetables like broccoli on our plates several times a week for their unique cartilage protecting sulforaphane. Remember, this journey is about abundance, not deprivation. It's about flooding your body with the nutrients it's crying out for. You have the power to influence how you feel every single day simply by the choices you make in your kitchen. This is the ultimate form of self care and the foundation for a life of movement, energy, and joy. As we come to the end of our time together today, I want to leave you with a sense of empowerment. You now possess the knowledge that can fundamentally change your health trajectory. You understand the controversy and nuance surrounding certain vegetables, and more importantly, you have a clear, actionable plan to use food as your ally in the fight for stronger joints and more energy. But don't let this be the end of your journey. To truly cement these new habits and explore this topic even further, I have a few final steps for you. First, I want you to watch my next video, the top 5 anti inflammatory spices every senior should have in their kitchen. In it, we'll dive even deeper into how you can use simple, everyday spices to amplify the joint soothing effects of the vegetables we've talked about today. The link is right here on the screen. Second, to make this as easy as possible for you to implement, I've created a simple guide with a one-page summary of the avoid and eat lists, along with the cooking tips we discussed. Save this guide to your phone or print it out for a handy reminder when you're at the grocery store. And finally, if you found this information valuable and want to continue learning how to take control of your health naturally, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications. In part 2 of this series, I'll be revealing the 3 surprising fruits that can supercharge your energy levels and the one popular breakfast food that might be secretly draining it. You don't want to miss it. Thank you for investing this time in your health. Now go out there and build a stronger, more vibrant you.